I Hi, soul family. How we feeling? How we doing? It's been a minute. And even though I just posted a video the other day, I feel like it's been a minute since I've been intimate on here and, just really expressing what I've been going through. And let me tell you, it has been a rough week and it's only Wednesday. Imagine that. It's only Wednesday and I've had a rough week. But anyways, nonetheless, I am grateful. It has been a very interesting week. I've been purging a lot of energy. I've been discovering new things about myself. I've been coming out of my comfort zone. And I'm just trying to be more peaceful with myself because I didn't realize certain things that I was doing or certain situations I was getting myself into was a reflection of my past or a reflection of how sturdy I wasn't with myself, And then I'm trying to really seek stability within myself and not look for it in I don't want to say other people because it's not just people. It's more of not look for it in external and materialistic ways. I don't want to look for peace outside of myself. I don't want to look for security outside of myself. I want to look for security within. That's the next step for me. And the steps I'm taking to go towards that is getting out my comfort zone, which is not a stable feeling once you're afraid of what's out there. But if you let go of that fear, then it's like, okay, it's a very stable and loving energy, because once you get out of your comfort zone and you don't look towards the future or have any expectations or look for how and when things are going to happen, it's more beautiful that way. And then I wasn't the type to always like surprises, but since I'm getting out of my comfort zone and not, having any expectations, I kind of like surprises. Like the other day I went to the beach and I was with my friend. We were walking into the water and it was like we were walking on some type of rocks, right? But the water was very rough and I wasn't really paying attention to how rough the water was. So I was just walking on the sideline, I'm gonna do my thing. And I was walking on the rocks and next thing you know, the whole ocean just splashed me and I was not planning to go in the water. But I was like, what a nice surprise, even though it was something I was not expecting, but it was a nice surprise from the universe. So stuff like that is like what I'm really looking forward to nowadays, because when you're not looking for anything, that's when the best opportunities come. And it's like, well, I'll be damned. Purging. I've been purging, trying to really, because I want you guys to get like a glimpse of my life, but not the whole thing, because at the same time I don't want my business out there, but at the same time it's like I know certain things that I go through helps people out there. So it's like, but basically I am breaking up with my old self. And it has been very emotional for me because certain parts of myself I was holding on to, like really clinging to, right? And I was just refusing to let it go until I realized like this is not working out for me anymore. Like holding on to this part of me is only damaging me. and the person I want to become. It's only holding me back. So I literally been trying to like break up with my old self this week, and it's like I said, it's only Wednesday. But it's going good so far. I've cried it out. I've journaled it out. There's pages that I filled out this week, and then also reflecting on a picture that I had drew. This was probably like a couple weeks ago, and it really reflected how I felt inside, but the beauty that was around me. I was so in my head about certain stuff that I wasn't recognizing. Like, girl, you live in such a beautiful environment. Like, your friends and your family is so loving, and you're over here crying. And there's nothing wrong with that, but the reason I was crying is because, not even just crying, just like holding on to that trauma, is because I was afraid of letting go of control, and I think not having control is the most beautiful thing, because it just makes you feel more free. Like, you're not hold to certain circumstances, you're not putting yourself in a box, you're just free, and you're not looking for external validation from others, whether it's your parents, whether it's your friends, significant other. Like, you're just being you, and you're free, and you're standing in your answer, yourself, your purpose. You're finally coming into alignment with yourself. And like I said, that is the most beautiful feeling. I feel that energy. It's literally right there, but then I am still in the process of purging out my old self, and I'm not rushing myself. Usually I would rush that healing process because I feel like the next step is right there. It's right there, but I want to make sure that like I take the proper steps so I won't mess up or get out of alignment with my blessings. And it's easy to do that when you don't listen to your intuition, or you don't slow down to listen to what God is telling you. Right? We really have to slow down. I feel like part of the reason why I moved from the States, and I'm gonna be honest, part of the reason why I moved from the States is because it was fast paced. I grew up in New York / Connecticut. It's very fast paced. Like, and I didn't realize how fast I was going. And this is the most simplest example, but like, I was like, wait a minute now. This kind of reflects on something. I used to walk very fucking fast when I came here. Like, everybody's like, bro, slow down. But that was just something I'm used to, because in New York, you have to walk fast, right? Or even Connecticut, you have to walk fast. Or it was just a simple fact of like, people are so rude in this States. They don't even say good morning. They don't even say good night. And in the Caribbean culture, you have to say that. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, good night. And then people actually look at you in the eye. You look at somebody in the eye in New York, it's like, what the you looking at? You know what I'm saying? So I realized that the States gave me a different persona that I was still holding on to, that I needed to let go of, because it just wasn't healthy. Like, the whole fast-paced thing, and not really embracing the life that you have. It was like, I ain't gonna lie, like, you go into the States and a lot of people are just moving like robots. Like, there's no life into what they got going on. And there's no offense to those people, because at the end of the day, you never know when somebody's circumstances is going through. Shoot, I was that person, you know what I'm saying? But being here and coming back to my roots and everything like that is like, okay, I finally get to slow down and listen to what God is saying to me. God's presence has been so in my face since I got here. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that in the States, because you're just so distracted with so many different stuff. And that's just me personally, you know? And this time I'm actually proud of myself because I'm not scared of the change that's going to come. Usually I'm scared of change because I want to hang on to certain stuff and I want to control certain outcomes. But I'm not doing that anymore. And I'm actually really standing on mother effing business. Okay. I know we talked about that in the past. We standing on business for what? For our mental health. Alright. So that's what I'm doing. I stand on business. Like if I say I'm gonna do something, I gonna do something, especially when it comes to my mental health. I even got asked a question yesterday when I was working. I have bad memory, but he was like, what is something that you want to accomplish in life? Right? That was the question. And I said, just self-love. And I felt so secure within that answer. Like, that's all I want. Like, if I don't get to travel to this place, if I don't get to do this and that in life, all the things that I want to happen, the main goal right now is for me to accomplish self-love. Like, the most confidence I could really indulge in myself and really connect to my higher self. That's it. That's all I really want out of life. And once I just keep listening to how my heart feels when it comes to certain stuff, like, do I feel calm? Is my aura nice? Is my inner child shining in the situation? Then I know that I'm showing myself pure self-love. And that starts internally because it really reflects on your outside world. And I feel like some of us bypass that because it's like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we don't really think that our inside life is really reflecting on our outside. But then when you really take a step back, and this is why I love being in my house in solitude, because when you really take a step back, you kind of realize that you attract the people that you do is because whatever you're going through inside. And it's not possible, I'm telling you right now, it is not possible to attract anything outside of that. Okay? Like, wherever you are as a person, if you have like 5 different aspects to you, whatever it is, they're going to show up in your best friend, your mother, your sister, your significant other, especially your significant other. Like, if you're in a relationship, it's going to reflect how you are as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way how law of attraction works, you cannot attract anything that is outside of you. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know who you are as a person, then you're going to attract all these different people. And you're like, why am I attracting such a toxic person? Why am I attracting somebody that's this and that? And you know what I'm saying? But that's just how you treat yourself. That's your relationship with yourself. It's just reflecting on the outside. And that's why it goes to another thing of like, we've manifested our lives. Literally, each of us are in our own little movie. We are the writer, the producer, the editor, everything. Like, we're in our own little world, our own little bubble, our own auras. You know what I'm saying? That's why everybody is so different on earth. Nobody else is like you. We're in our own different world. So of course we manifest these things, whether it's us thinking about it for like a good hot second or really just contemplating like, I want this to happen. But it happens. You know, once you embody that energy, it happens, it reflects. And that's the biggest thing. I really had to look back on why I was going through these patterns and cycles, is because I was going through it with myself. And I was ignoring that part of me. And I wasn't grounded for the longest. And then boom. And that's another thing too. When you're not grounded in your own energy, a lot of stuff could pop off and you don't even know what to do next and how to solve this and where this is coming from, because you're not grounded. When you're not grounded, you're attracting so much energy. It could be the most unwanted energy. It could be the energy that you want, but it's so mixed in together. You don't even know what's what because you're not grounded. So I'm trying to really ground myself and keep that calm energy. Like, I don't want to be jittery anymore. I don't want to be anxious anymore. I don't want to be crying for no reason. I don't want to be upset for no reason. Like, I just want to be grounded. And I know I'm going to have those days where like I don't feel the best. Maybe I want to cry a little. Maybe I want to cuss somebody out. But I just know I'm doing it for a valid reason. Okay? There's intention behind it. I just don't want to wake up upset just because. Nah, I gotta ground my energy. So, and I feel like once I ground my energy and I'm around somebody that makes me feel ungrounded, then it's a clear sign that that person is not for me. You know, once you're not grounded and you meet somebody that's not grounded too, you're not really thinking much of it. You're like, okay, whatever. At least for me. You know what I'm saying? I be bypassing a lot of stuff when I'm not grounded. When I'm grounded, it's like, okay, I could listen to myself more. And it's really just the first thought, you know? Like the first subtle thought that you get in your head is your intuition. Don't go past that. I swear I be doing that all the time. It's my ego and my higher self. My higher self be like, yeah, no, don't do it. And then my ego be like, I mean, you could do it if you want to. I don't really see the big harm in it. You know, like the angel and the devil and the shoulders, they over there arguing and shit. And I'm just like, I think I gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Because me, I like to learn the hard way. But that's another trauma response that I'm working on. So I'm not learning the hard way anymore. If it ain't easy flowing, don't come near me. Okay? I just gotta make that clear, okay? And I'm not afraid to say yes anymore, because you know, you're afraid to say yes to certain things. Maybe you're afraid to get out your comfort zone. So I'm not afraid to say yes anymore, and I'm not afraid to say no anymore. I'm standing on business, my boundaries. If I said no, I said no. That's it. You know, a lot of people try to convince you to turn your no into a yes to benefit them. But what is that doing for me? If I said no, it's to protect myself, you know? So I'm not listening to that anymore because that's manipulating-ish. Thank you. Yeah.